Hey, John here. Here's lick of the day number 156. It's a key Marcello-style pentatonic picking run. And as usual, I'm going to play it once slowly and then break it down. And during the breakdown, I'm going to share some practice advice you can apply to this lick and pretty much anything else you're practicing. If you want the tabs, you have a link down in the description. I'm going to start here on the 20th fret of the high E string. Alright, so this one is based on the A minor pentatonic scale, and we're going to use two different 5-note patterns. And as I recorded this, it sounded familiar to me, and I realized I made pretty much the exact same lick except for the very ending in this series, but in G minor pentatonic. So yeah, so if you learn that one already, this one should not be any type of problem, but I think most people who follow this series at all are probably not insane enough to go through all of them. So I think I'm allowed sort of a mulligan here when it comes to this in terms of making 156 different licks. It's bound to be a bunch of repetitions everywhere, but this one was pretty much exactly the same way. But also this is because I tend to play these type of runs a lot because I just love the sound of them. So with that said, let's just get going here. So we have two 5-note patterns. We start here on 17, 20, and 22. If we number the notes from left to right, 1, 2, 3. The first pattern goes like this: 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. That's our first 5-note pattern. 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Then we repeat that on the exact same frets on the next string. Now for our second 5-note pattern, second as in unique pattern in this case, it's going to be this one. Again, if we number the notes from left to right, then we have the 15th, 17th, and 20th fret here. But from left to right, 1, 2, 3. The actual 5-note pattern is going to be 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So we put them all together: 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And then from basically, besides this one, we're going to be doing the same order. Basically every other pattern is going to be this one, and then every other pattern is going to be this one. So the next string then, it's going to be 14, 17, 19, and we're going to do the first 5-note pattern, shift it down, do the second 5-note pattern, go down to the D string and play the same frets here: 12, 14, 17. First 5-note pattern, shift down again and do the second 5-note pattern, and shifting down to 10, 12, 14. And then we have the A string where we're going to play 10, 12, 15, first 5-note pattern, shift down quite a long bit here, and do the second 5-note pattern on 7, 10, 12. And then finally we have 8, 10, 12, and we do the first 5-note pattern again. And then we end up here on the 5th fret. Then I'll slide up to the octave. So if we put everything together again. So a good way to work on this stuff, and pretty much how I got this under my fingers, wasn't necessarily just playing a lick over and over. I used to, and still do, use improvisation as part of the technique practice. Not always, but sometimes I do that, and it works really well in terms of being able to think while you play, so you can sort of steer your playing in a direction you want to go in, so it's not, you're just hanging on for dear life. You have some control. So in this case, just remember sitting around playing over just a drum machine, not even a specific key, but I decided on a key, probably was A minor, and just gonna do these 3-note per string minor pentatonic type sequences. And this 5-note sequence is really effective because it enables you to stay in one position without getting this repeated note. which I'm not a huge fan of. So since you go to the middle note here all the time, you're basically safe from that. So in both directions. This thing, what I just did now, that's also a great thing to practice actually. If you don't want to do the improvisational route, you can do this instead. Just do that in every position. Or even better, just move it down chromatically. So that's one way of doing it, and especially this one lends itself really well to that. When you add this one, this is more of a transitional thing, so it's a bit harder to make a loop out of it, because you kind of ending on the index finger, and then you have to start with that index finger again. So, however, if you do it on a single string, it works. So you can go. So that's also a good variation. But if you want to go, try the improvisation, just do it very slowly and focus on quick transitions. So I work on the transition time at the same time and just go. So basically I would just sit there, use a timer, maybe 5 minutes, and just keep it very clean and trying to find my way in these different positions. And since you're improvising, there's really no rules here. But as you hopefully heard here, most of the stuff that I was playing, like 80% of the stuff, was based on that and that kind of thing. And then you have other things as well that you can throw in there, and that's gonna inspire new licks and whatever. But most of these picking runs that I play a lot now came from this type of practice. So it's never been about picking a specific lick. It's more been starting at a certain point in the scale and being able to just go for it. And the further down you get on the fretboard, the less practical these 3-note per string shapes get. But that's something you have to sort of find out for yourself what you're comfortable with. But if you haven't tried this approach, really give it a go, because I find it's a really interesting way to practice. And the only thing I could say is that if you limit yourself a bit to what you're doing, you're going to be much better off. Because if you're just improvising whatever, anything goes, legato, whatever, it's hard to make any huge improvement, I think. But if you use this as a part of like, okay, I really want to improve my hybrid picking with legato, and then you can have a rule like, okay, I'm going to be in this or that key, and then I'm going to keep it at this subdivision. Just go very slowly and with control, and then try different subdivisions as well. And so you can hone in on what you want to get better at, basically. So if you do that, I think you can get a lot of good reps in while still keeping that sort of improvisation going, which makes it easier to focus because it's a bit more fun. So give that a go if you haven't done it before. All right, if you made it this far, please like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff helps the channel, so that would be much appreciated. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.